Father Amadeo Alvero of the Archdiocese of Palo talked about their preparations for the papal visit in an interview with PTV's Freddie Abando. Here in full is that interview.
January 17, 2015 will be a blessed day for the people of Leyte, especially for Tacloban and Palo. Pope Francis will celebrate a Mass, and after the Mass in Tacloban, he will be motoring to Palo, Leyte, to have an opportunity to meet and have lunch with 30 selected survivors of natural calamities here in Leyte and the entire Visayan region. Joining us tonight here on NewsLife is Father Amadeo Alvero of the Archdiocese of Palo to share with us the preparations of the people of Palo, Leyte for this very historic event. Good evening, Father, for joining us here on NewsLife.
Good evening, and in behalf of the Archbishop, I would like to thank every one of you for inviting us here in this interview.
Father, how would you sum up the preparations of the Archdiocese of Palo for the coming of Pope Francis?
For the past, I think, 6 months or even a year, we have been preparing for this, although only last November 12 that we have a full blast preparation, because only in that day the Holy Father expresses his full intention to come here. Although a year ago, Cardinal Sarah, who is the envoy at the time, or the Papal envoy of coming here to visit us after Yolanda, to express his intention to visit Leyte, to visit Tacloban, to visit us here in the Archdiocese of Palo. And so from that time on, there were initial preparations, and also from November 12, a full blast preparations, and calling all those committees to actively prepare and function on their committees so that all things will be in order for the coming, or for the conduct of the visit of the Pope Francis.
Father, the motorcade all the way from Tacloban City, from the airport where the Mass will be held, here to Palo, Leyte, what is the distance and how many people do you expect will converge along the route where the Pope Mobile will pass through?
From the airport to the Archbishop's Palace, where the Pope will have lunch with the poor, it is about 11.9 kilometers, so 12 kilometers at that. And so along the road there will be people, will-wishers, who will greet the Pope, and the Pope will see them along the road. We are expecting around 1 million, or even some said that it would even reach 1.5 or even 2 million. And so we are expecting a lot of people who will be crowding the route of the Papal motorcade.
How important is the visit of Pope Francis, knowing that in 2013 Palo was badly hit by Typhoon Yolanda?
His visit is very important, very relevant for all of us here, victims of Yolanda, because his visit would inspire us and would give us hope. As he said, we will bangon, or rise, to rise again after our suffering that caused by Yolanda or Haiyan po.
How important is the lunch with 30 survivors of different calamities, starting off with Yolanda? Those who will join the Pope, have they been selected by the Archdiocese or by their respective municipalities or towns?
Here in our Archdiocese, it is selected by the parishes or the parish priest whose parish was greatly affected by the Haiyan or by Yolanda. And some other dioceses also, they have selected their representative. Actually, all the 30 persons privileged to have lunch with the poor are representatives. They represent us all, victims of Yolanda and other calamities like the earthquake. And so they were selected from the poorest family victims of these calamities.
Father, do you expect a renewal of faith, not only from the people of Palo, but the people of Leyte? Because, over the past few years, we've seen that, the church has been losing its relevance to our people.
Yeah, it is also our hope and our prayer that the visit of Pope Francis would transform us all. So especially those who have been greatly affected by the Super Typhoon Yolanda, who have lost hope, who have lost their faith even. But the visit of Pope, we hope that it would bring them back to their faith and bring their hope in their lives.
What are the expectations of your people here in Palo?
Well, the people here, the parishes or the parishioners of all the parishes here of the Archdiocese of Palo expects that the Pope would bring us hope, that would bring us inspiration after the sufferings that we have, and we will be very happy to meet him po.
Any problems that you're encountering in your preparation? Are the youth excited knowing that the Pope can stop at any given time during his motorcade? Do you expect something like that to happen, Father?
Yeah, the youth are very excited, especially doing some selfish with the standees of the Pope.
Yes.
However, no, some also people are worried about the typhoon that is coming, but still hopeful that the Pope would come to visit us here in spite of the LPA, of the low pressure area. We are still praying that he will come to meet us, and we will be coming here to welcome him.
You'll never know, a miracle might just happen.
Yeah, and that would be it would be our prayer, because the Archbishop instructed all the parishes to pray the Oratio Imperata, and the mandated prayer that the weather would be good on that day.
A final word from you, Father.
So we ask all the faithful of the Archdiocese of Palo to let us together walk in prayer towards the Papal Mass, to meet our Pope, and for those who cannot come to the area of the Mass, they can stay alongside of the road of the Papal motorcade. There we can meet the Pope, and there he can meet us, and we can listen to him.
Thank you very much, Father, for joining us. God bless you. And we hope that the papal visit will renew the faith of those who may have strayed, and for those who have lost loved ones, who will find meaning and renewal in their lives.
Thank you very much.
That's Father Amadeo Alvero from the Archdiocese of Palo here in Leyte. For NewsLife, this is Freddie Abando reporting.